So today we are going to do a very simple recipe which is much better than it looks. If you don't know me, my name is Miguel Teles, this is Tugakitchen and come on, let's cook. So first thing first, let's take a bowl and mix 1 egg yolk, salt and water. And for the ones that don't know, the ingredient list is below in the video description. Now let's take our mixer bowl, join together the flour, butter and our previously mixed egg. And as probably you already guessed, we are making our dough. Now turn on your mixer in the slowest speed until your ingredients are very well combined together. If you need to increase the speed, please do so, but do it gradually. And when your dough is very smooth, pour a little bit of flour on your workbench, take the dough out of the bowl and with your hands form a ball. Wrap it in plastic paper or whatever this is called, I don't know the term in English, but you know what I mean. And let it rest in the fridge for about 20 minutes. Now that our dough is done, let's chop 3 red onions, and you can do the way you prefer, but I'm doing like this because I want to use it for decoration in the end. And for this, what you do is you save the ones that are more perfectly chopped. Don't worry, it's going to make sense in a bit. Obviously, this step is optional. Now let's take a lid of leek and chop it the way you like, it's completely up to you. Next, and this is very important, a very nice piece of bacon. Take the skin out. Don't forget the bone also. And chop it into pieces the size that you like more. Now let's crack 4 eggs into a bowl. Add the cream, a very nice chunk of grated cheese, and you should do this yourself because if you buy the ones that are already grated, well, they are not so good. Season it with salt and pepper, and if you like it, for an extra kick, grated nutmeg. Mix it all together until it's very well integrated, and it would be easier if you do this with the eggs alone and then mix all the other ingredients, but well, I didn't remember, so it also works. And now let's finally start cooking. Take a frying pan, pour a generous quantity of olive oil, add your bacon. Now if you prefer, you can skip this olive oil part and fry the bacon in its own fat. That way you can have a much more lighter recipe. You can even discard the fat after it's melted and it will be more healthy in a way. But the problem is that all the flavor is also going away. So I prefer to do this way. I don't have fear of fat, but you do you. I'm going to do it like this. Next, when you see that your bacon is already fried, add your onions and the leek. Now this part is also a matter of taste. I prefer to let it caramelize, I prefer to let it cook a little bit, but there are people that prefer this a little more with a tougher texture. I leave it up to you. If you want to do like me, let it evaporate all the water, but if you prefer it a little more crunchier, a little more tough, well, what matters is that you like the recipe. So you do whatever you prefer. Now I'm going to teach you a trick. Take a sheet of parchment paper, fold it in half, fold it in half again, turn it into a triangle, do it again, and you have a very nice paper airplane one. Of course not, I'm kidding. Mark the center of your tart pan and with a scissor cut it a little bit on the outside. And here you have it, a sheet of parchment paper that matches perfectly with your tart pan. Next, put a little bit of flour in your countertop, Take your dough that's already rested in the fridge and flatten it with the help of a rolling pin until you can cover your tart pan. By the way, my tart pan is around 25-26 centimeters, but you can work with, well, you can use any kind of tart pan. Anything works. This dough quantity, it's very easy to adjust to any size. You just need to be careful to adjust the quantities for the filling. Now unfold your dough over your tart pan, and the easiest way to do this is with the help of the rolling pin. But I didn't remember, so, well, this also works. It's just a question of pour a little bit of flour so that the dough doesn't stick to itself. Pinch it with a fork. And for our quiche to be a little more pretty, let's take the excess dough out. Fill it with the mixture of onion, leek and bacon. Pour the eggs and the cream over it. Decorate it with our saved onion rings. Grate a bit of Parmesan cheese over it, and obviously this is optional, but I think it works very nicely. And take it to the oven that should be preheated to 200 degrees Celsius for about 40 minutes. And just look at this beauty! Take it out of your tart pan, which should be very easy because you use parchment paper. And here it is, one more recipe, very simple to do, very easy. And if you like this one, don't forget to check the other recipes that I have in this channel. My name is Miguel Teles, this is Tugakitchen, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.